All right, we're live. Somebody's here. We're a little early. We got about 6 minutes. We'll let some people get on here. Be back in about 5 minutes, guys. I'm gonna go prep a couple things. You guys got to do is start asking questions, and then I can give you some answers. That's how this works. Split screen here, maybe. Some football over here. No. Let's do. You just joined. Let's do some questions and answers. HVAC, I'm here for you. Waiting for some people to get on. We're just getting started here. Kind of watching football on the other half of the page here, so. But I'm happy to accept your questions if you got some. Let's turn that off. If you guys want to talk football too, we can do that. I know quite a bit about football. Let's see. Mute. How about them Cowboys, huh? At least my Seahawks got away with a win. Barely. See if any of these HVAC Pro Forum guys are going to get on here. Let's check that out real quick. See. HMD. Oh, that must be HMD on here right now. I'm checking. Well, what's your question? I'm sure you don't need need me to answer your questions, that's for sure. Here, I just liked your post. It's kind of hard to be interactive when somebody gets on and they don't ask a question or anything. So you just kind of sit here looking like an idiot. Yeah, get some of the other guys on here and teach me something. I know I need to learn from you guys. That's for sure. Can't wait for this A2L shit to happen. I'm really excited about it personally. Hey, he left. See, come on, and they don't answer. They don't ask any questions. Stupid. You guys suck, man. Fucking soul on here. Losers. No, not right now. Now's a bad time, honey. Go shut the door, please. No, out.
What's that?
I need you to go back in the house. I'll be in there in a minute.
What's that? I hear that sound.
No.
Daddy, why do you have one of Mommy's cups? I thought you were wearing your...
Annabelle, get out of here. Yeah, that was a good game by Tampa Bay. That's for sure. Yeah. All right, who's here? I'm still waiting for some questions from you guys. It doesn't have to be HVAC related. It can be other topics too, just as long as it's clean. I got split screen going on, so I'm watching football over here too. So in between football games, anyway. Hmm. Still waiting for that first question. I can't talk to myself. Get on and get off. Nobody asks a question. It's kind of worthless. Happy just to sit here and watch football, but if you guys want to do a live chat about HVAC or anything else, and I need a question. I haven't got one yet. Fuck you.
I turned it on.
Mm-hmm. Now there's Marco. At least I can rely on somebody to say something. Yeah, people come in and out, and they don't even ask any questions, and they, the point of a live stream on YouTube. You're gonna come in and be a voyeur for 30 seconds and then leave. It's kind of weird. People are really weird. I got it split screen, Marco. So I got football on this side, and then I'm on this side. Yeah, go Pats. Well, good luck there. You guys are lucky that you have a running game. That's for sure. Because we couldn't stop it. I mean, when if you guys didn't get a first down on first or second down, and you had to throw it, it was really ugly. But you have a good game manager there. They need to just throw in Drake May now and see what happens. Is what they need to do. I would throw Drake May in right now because Jacoby Brissett is he's limited. What, honey? Hold on, guys. Okay. My son and I made a treasure with your Pitts method. Pittsburgh. Good. Uh, what brake are you using? Are you just is it a brake like mine, or is it? I mean, what is it? Because it depends on the lip too. So you need to know how to measure it out. If that lip's shorter or longer, it'll change your dimensions on your on what you're adding on your stretch out. Bandito 24-inch portable. Just go get that Harbor Freight brake, man. I think it's still $299 and like 50 bucks extra for the stand. It's like $349 total. That's cheap, and it's awesome. I you take it off the legs, and you can take it anywhere. It doesn't take up that much space too. Once you take it off the legs, it's like this wide, 12 inches wide by its depth. Like 40 inches probably total. Just pick it. Yeah, 350 bucks is nothing. I mean, a dollar is worth a penny these days. The fact that thing is so cheap is amazing. I can't believe it. They still sell it that cheap because it's built well too. It's not cheap. It's really heavy metal. All the fasteners and everything are really good on it. I rarely have to adjust it. I've owned three of them, and the only reason I bought more than that is because one time I had a guy I bought it for that worked for me, and then I bought this one after I sold my other business up in Washington, and it's been just as awesome this time. Hey, you can do those Pittsburghs with your bar folds too. I showed you how to do that with just your hand tools, so you don't even need a brake. Kind of a pain in the butt, but you need a table. Back of a pickup works. My goal isn't to show you the best way. I'm showing you like the necessity way. How to do things with what you got. I like that stuff. Like those videos you watch where those guys they build those little cabins and those houses out of logs they found out in the woods on the side of a hill or something. That's really cool stuff. I mean, obviously that house isn't going to stand the test of time, but it's cool stuff to watch. We've done that too. I'm assuming you mean at the bed of your pickup. I'm not sure what you're asking there, but what you're saying there. Oh, with the bar, probably with the bar fold is what you're talking about. I mean, anything can be done with a little bit of ingenuity. I mean, I showed you how to make. I can make radius 90s with hand tools. It's not ideal. In a perfect world, if you don't have an easy edger, you take those tabs. You bend up that. What I would do if I don't have an easy edger, is I cut my tabs. Let's say you add your 3/8 or whatever on your radius part to go inside of the Pittsburgh, and just not tab it about every centimeter, and then just bend those up. If you got time to do it, you're doing it in your shop or something, and it'll fall right in. You don't have any problems. Now, if you're in a pinch and you're trying to do stuff quick, you can do the three sides, the three radius sides, but it's not as good as rounded. Airflow is really good in the rounded. I used to, when I was in my 20s, I would just mess around in my truck and try every scenario. Be nice if we get some more traffic here. People get on here and they don't say anything and then they leave. I don't understand that. What's the point of reading the topic of the live stream? It's HVAC questions and answers, and then get on here and don't ask a question. Are you afraid to ask a question? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. If somebody's doing a live stream HVAC that I go on, I probably say the most crap because I want to learn, I want to absorb, and it's kind of fun interacting with other people that do the same thing that I do. So where are they at? I mean, I know you're out there because they get on and leave. Why don't you stay? I'm doing this during the gap between the football games. We've got 21 minutes now until the next game's on. I was trying to be smart about it. Oh well, doesn't matter. Total equivalent like versus velocity. We find well. So you went to one. I know what class you went to because I went to it many years ago, and that velocity method's kind of guesswork because you don't know where you're starting. Uh, if you do the total equivalent length, and then as you as you reduce your duct down, he's not even here now, so I'm talking to myself. Wait for him to come back. Maybe he got kicked off. I don't know. Shows nobody here. I don't know if you can mask yourself or not. It says you're not here, so I'm not going to talk to myself. I don't want to waste my oh, you're here. Okay. So yeah, duct site. So manual D takes all that into account. So you have to adjust. Velocity doesn't care if you're sizing your duct properly and keeping it within feet per minute, uh, per manual D, then it's fine. That velocity method is a guess method. And I know what class you went to. I used to work for a guy that talked about this velocity method, and I go, you mean forgetting about manual D and reducing down after a couple runs? I know exactly what you're talking about. Follow manual D, you won't have any problems. It's tried and true. It is. There's a reason why big commercial buildings require it. All else fails, oversize a little bit and damper everything. But that extra air's got somewhere it needs to go, right? So how about an oversized duct system by a little bit with dampers and a dump zone somewhere? That's ideal. And you can balance out your you have enough CFMs, you'll never be shy, and you have somewhere else to put those extra CFMs. I don't do software. I do everything by hand because I don't do any a large volume, so I don't need to use software. It's just me. I can do it all on a pen and paper. I have a couple programs on my computer and they're collecting dust. Because I find that I don't really need them between what I know up here and between real life experience. I don't really need it because I can do the calculations pretty quick. Um, and those programs have too much fudge factor built into them, and I don't need that. I designed my system, uh, and if you look at the static pressure and everything else, and how comfortable my house is, and how low my energy bills are, the proof is in the pudding. So it's not, those computer programs are great, but they have flaws, right? I mean, the guy that designed these computer programs needs to cover his ass. So he needs to make sure that people are using them and not getting screwed over. So he's got some fudge factors built in there. Absolutely. Manual J and manual, well, not manual D, but manual J heat loss already has fudge factors built in there. If you follow manual J to a T, you'll be 20% oversized most of the time, just because they want to make sure that you're not getting callbacks because it falls back on that program. Yeah, it's about 20%. Um, I think it's about 20%. And you got to figure, so you know, a manual J a manual J heat loss gain is only going to be correct during design conditions, which is what? In most climates, that's about 2% of the time. So you're either undersized or oversized 98% of the time. So what you need variable capacity equipment with variable airflow equipment, which is where we're going anyway. I used to be a big, huge manual J guy. I used to get teased about it on the old forums that because I would flex my manual J skills. But okay, so my manual J skills are great, but 98% of the time they're wrong. That's 100% true. So what good is a manual J if it's not going to adapt to varying loads? Do you use communicating equipment? Not anymore. Couple reasons why I don't. Number one reason is the cost of them. Yeah, the number R32 is my boo. Uh, the number one reason is the cost of the stuff, and then if something breaks, it's proprietary, right? So you put in one of those communicating systems, that Train puts out, Bryant puts out. You can't just throw in anything. So no, I don't really like the communicating stuff. Keep it simple. I'm a big proponent. Obviously they make you now do ECM indoor motors. I mean, you can still get away with the constant torque motors, but uh, I want something that if something breaks, I don't have to replace the whole shebang. I like the old PSC systems. They never broke. R22. I mean, you saw my video about that 52-year-old system that all the parts still work in it. I think the only problem they had was the installation because They had a refrigerant leak somewhere, and I almost guarantee you it was in that refrigerant line. It was not in. It wasn't in the equipment. I bet you. Oh, I still have that equipment. So here's what I should do. I'm gonna braze the ends on that AC. I'm gonna braze the ends on that coil, and then put one of those valve stems in it. I'm gonna pressure test them. Maybe that'll be a video idea for tomorrow because I don't work Mondays anymore, not during football season. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to pull that AC out and I'm going to pull that coil out, and I'm going to braze them, braze the ends. I'm going to put one of those valve stems in, and I'm gonna pressure test them, and that'll tell me because the system didn't have any juice in it when I got there. So that'll tell me. I know it was an installation issue because that line set was a joke. They had it running through metal I beams and stuff. So yeah, that'd be a good idea. Okay. It's okay. I only got one person watching, so you're not going to bother me too much, honey. At least we can watch football at the same time. Good thing at the computers you got split screen. Watching the highlights anyway. No, I think that would be a good video for tomorrow. I'm gonna pull that old beast. It's still in the back of my truck. I haven't emptied it out yet. So I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna brace it shut and put a stem in it. And I'm gonna pressurize it and see if it's got a leak. I'm gonna do the same thing with that slant coil that I pulled out of there because I think that was all that was wrong with it. Was it ran out of refrigerant? And I think so the compressor windings were bad in it, but the compressor windings were bad because it had a leak. So they continued to run it. It blew it up. But if there's only a leak in that if there's only a leak in that refrigerant line, uh, then that system could probably be reinstalled somewhere and probably still work just fine. Hell, maybe I'll put it in my new shop when I build it. It'd be kind of. I have all the parts. I can keep it all intact, and I can find a compressor to put in there. It's got all the numbers on it. That's fun stuff. The condenser motor still spins freely. I didn't see anything other issues. Cleaned it up real good. Probably still. I bet you it'd go another 20 years. I got plenty of quarter-inch copper for my. Oh no, not quarter. It's 5/6. I just probably run 3/8. It'd be fine. The suction's more critical. 52-year-old brand new split system. Clean it up and rehab it. I'll throw those capacitors back in there. That'd be fun. Marco, don't go away. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in 3 minutes or so. Hopefully somebody else comes back on here. Keep making comments. Tell them I use the bathrooms if you see someone else on here. And we're back. Kind of reminds me of that Seinfeld episode when he steals the Merv Griffin set, and he's sitting there with Newman. He starts talking about wax beans. I would hope people think HVAC's a little more interesting than wax beans. Yeah, I think I'm shadow banned. Only certain people, unless you search and try to find my stuff. Pretty sure that I can't be found because I've had I've lost I've lost 3 subscribers in the last week, I think. I've been stuck around 800. I think I'm at 803 right now. And when I was just doing exactly the same thing I'm doing now, I was gaining about 20 a day. So I don't know what the hell's going on. And my views have gone down. You saw the videos from 4 to 5,000 in one day down to, I think right now I've had like 800 in the last week. Something like that. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what they did to me. Some guy made a comment yesterday. It's because you're bad mouthing your distributors. And I go, have you seen the stuff that's on the internet? I did. I only said the truth. So it's I don't know what to do. I'm trying to gain I'm trying to gain some subscribers, views, watches, everything else. And I don't know, right now it's just kind of spinning my wheels. I got more stuff out in the field I'm going to do. I'll be back out in that where I pulled that old unit. I'll be back there Wednesday. Tuesday I got a couple cleanup jobs I'm going to do. I'll try to get some video of that. But you know, hey, not a lot of HVAC guys do this, so it should be appreciated. I bet you only 1% of HVAC guys actually do YouTube channels. So got the Bears and the Texans coming up, huh? Bosch doesn't really have a rep. Um, you know, the guys that sell Bosch here is Johnstone Supply, but they're not. I would say they're the Bosch rep. What you want to do is you want to call Bosch tech support, and they've been really good with me. Is if I have something go bad, which is rare. I had that one circuit board that was bad on that 15 seer that I installed. Uh, that 15 seer, the M15 that I installed, and that's a known thing. If you search on YouTube, those M15 boards are bad. Have been bad at a high rate, and I just quit installing the M15s. 18s and 20s been bulletproof for me. I've had a couple little issues with the multi-zone Bosch, but I quit installing their ductless. I just do the Mitsus now, which you know they have their issues, but not nearly as bad as the Bosch. Ream is probably the best rep. Well, not the best product though. I quit selling the Ream because I had too many issues with them. And now that they did the next gen, the Sear 2 reams, yeah, their ductless is Medea. But since they went to the Sear 2 on the reams, I won't do it because I can get the Bosch at the same price. And if somebody just wants straight AC, I'll just set it up as a straight AC. But those reams, the last generation, the ones that don't have the Z in them, I had nothing but problems with them. Reversing valves, The uh, I I had compressors that just blew out the terminals on them for no reason at all. They ran fine for a year, and then all of a sudden I showed up, and the terminal block was blown out of them. So I don't know. I mean, everything's built like crap anymore. You guys know that. I feel bad pulling out that 52-year-old system that I pulled out last week. I feel terrible doing it. I pulled out 100-year-old systems, over 100-year-old systems when I worked in Seattle and Portland that were some were in the late 1800s. I pulled out. The cabinet was not the cabinet, but the block of the boiler was an old coal-fired boiler that was built out of bricks, and we just break the bricks apart. Yeah, the terminal blowout. Yep. I showed up. Customer calls me up and she goes, "Yeah, we've been running on our emergency heat." She goes, "I don't know what's going on. It made a big whiny noise." And I went out there, and all I tried to do, I hooked my gauges up to, and I ran it for like I don't know why it didn't happen while the customer was running it, but as soon as I got out there, I was running it. I'm like, okay, I can see what's happening. It was running on high head, and right before I pulled the disconnect, it was too late. The thing just blew out through the terminal. It was embarrassing. I had refrigerant spraying all over their house. So as soon as that happened, because and that's not the only issue I had with the Ream. They that was just the final straw. That was the straw that broke my back. So, and I know they're popular. You watch some of these other guys' channels, like HVAC guy Curtis. Every system he runs across is a Ream or a Rude, and they install that stuff weird over there. I don't get it, but I didn't have good luck. And then once Gensco quit carrying Ream products over here, I quit putting them in because the company that took over their that product sucked too. So as soon as that happened, I'm like, nope, not happening anymore. So I went to Bosch, and I've been happy with the Bosch. And people don't like them because Ted Cook calls them a glorified Ameristar, which I get it. They look the same. It's whatever. I haven't had any issues with them. I got it installed in my house. So, you could say I could install a train in my house and it could blow up. Had one blow out on 90-degree Sunday just before 30 people were on their way for a communion party. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was a thing. And that's the only one that happened to me, but I had numerous reversing valves that went out. And a couple of TXVs too. And it's a joke, TXV, but there was a run of TXVs that were really bad on them, and just stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. I had to quit selling them. So you notice that a couple people just got on while we're chatting, and they don't say anything. So what's the point? It's an HVAC question and answer. It's an HVAC question and answer live stream. So you're gonna get on just watch? Are you a voyeur? I don't get that. Say something. I'll answer any questions. As you can see, Marco, I'll answer any question you got, and I'll be very transparent about it. Yeah, it's cost cutting, but I think it's cheap labor and unskilled labor more than anything, which of course correlates to that correlates to cost cutting. They don't know what they don't know. See, and I know what I don't know, which is a lot. I say that in my videos, and then you get guys like Ted Cook that come on sometimes and they go, "Oh, Mr. Perfect thinks she doesn't know anything," and I go, Have you watched any of my videos? I tell you, I don't know a lot of stuff. All I know is R32 is my boo, and I want Al Bundy to win in 2024. Yeah, I even made nice with Ted Cook, a few weeks ago, and I even said, "Hey, man," I go, "Hey, that's not what this." He even came on one of the live streams, and then he keeps talking crap. And I think last time he finally gave up the ghost when it came to talking shit because he went, "Yeah, I like you guys too," and then I haven't seen him since. So hopefully he's too busy to be on stuff like this. Hopefully he's doing well. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. I'm in it. I couldn't be any further if out of the country unless I was in Hawaii or Alaska than him. He's in South Carolina. I'm up here in the state of Oregon. So I don't know. I have nothing against him. The only reason he ever badmouthed me is because I said some things about the way his guys installed their furnaces and their air handlers. They wouldn't build proper transitions, and he goes, "Well, I'm not afforded to do that." And I go, You're not a big production guy. You guys can build proper fittings. Give me a break." And he told me, "Okay, Mister Perfect," and then I think he cussed at me one time. Okay, you can't build a proper transition on a new system, then you shouldn't be installing new systems. Nothing wrong with that, right? Is that me being a jerk? That's not me being Mr. Perfect at all. That's kind of a hack area is in too. That down there in South Carolina, they don't install good systems, from what I've seen. You know, they they can run across an old system that's down in these 4 foot crawl spaces. They're on cinder blocks, and they lay that new system in there, and they just attach it any way they can. They probably use four buckets of pookie to make the transitions. Yeah, I'm sure it is with all the duct board and all that stuff they use down there in Florida. So I go way back with some of these guys. So there's a guy, I think his name on HVAC Talk was Gen Duct, and he just loved duct board. And I told him it's garbage, and he thought otherwise because he was in Florida. And I go, well, anybody can slap that crap in. And he goes, well, that's what we do down here. And if it's installed properly, I go, yeah, but 9 times out of 10, it's not. So, you got to give people the right products to at least give them a leg up because, man, the training in this industry is horrible. I hope Houston comes down here and scores right now. You guys know what I mean, though. And the problem is, I don't think customers are being cheap these days. It's everything's so damn expensive. Well, Marco, so I've done ductboard. I worked in a factory that did the HVAC on modular homes, and there's an art to doing the ductboard. I only did it because I needed a paycheck at the time, and but there is an art form to doing the ductboard too. But I just don't like a product that's going to put any sort of fiberglass particles into the airstream. I'm against sound lining. I don't like sound line duct. I won't do it. Spot pinning and gluing sound lining in. Yeah, it makes it quieter, but design your duct system so that's not an issue. Wrap on the outside, seal it up 100%, wrap on the outside. Don't get that crap into the airstream. It does break apart. I don't care what they tell you. It breaks apart in there. Oh, oh, oh. See it? Another guy just joined and didn't say anything. I don't know why they do that. Gonna be well, No, I mean it's not bad for airflow. You know, you need 10 by 20 duct. You install 12 by 22 with 2 inch or 14 by 24 with 2 inch sound line. You know, you account for what you're missing on the inside. It's not about airflow. It's just about quality of the air, in my opinion. And I don't care how well they spot pin and glue that stuff, it breaks down. It's going to break down and get into stuff. I've seen it too many times. And dust sticks to that stuff better than it does metal. Not as smooth. It grabs it better. Hold on, here we go. See what these guys are saying. He said I was dumb. Yeah, okay. I got guys on Facebook telling me I'm done for my comments. Yeah, whatever, guys. The toxic environment here on the internet. Everybody's chicken shit too. They won't even comment when they come on here. I've had at least 15 people, probably more than that, get on here. They're on for at least 5 minutes and don't say anything. What's the point of this then? I told you what the channel's about or what the live stream's about. Third down and 13, I guess. See if they can get it. Third and 12. Nope, not gonna get it. All right, Marco, I've been on here for an hour and 5 minutes and I haven't got any other comments other than yours. Yeah, I'm leaving. So anyway, take care, man. I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully more people join in. It's kind of lame, but it is what it is. Take care.